Sábado por la mañana y gracias a la cortesía de la empresa japonesa Toyota venimos aquí al estadio a ver los nuevos modelos 2015, específicamente el Camry, Yaris y el minivan Siena. Me parece muy interesante que vengamos aquí donde realmente ven que no hay nada, absolutamente nada. Y de la manera que están preparando los autos antes de que lleguen los periodistas, que realmente los están super puliendo, les están haciendo que se vean lujosos, especialmente los colores que han elegido, las ceras especiales. Y me llama mucho la atención porque en el mercado más importante de Los Ángeles, el mercado más importante hispano aquí en Estados Unidos, es interesante cómo a veces tratan a la prensa. Queremos que los vehículos se vean bien, obviamente. So when we come to these events, something that is very important for the manufacturers is to make the cars look good. And when you've been in this industry for a long time, you have friends like Eric. Hello? Eric, why all this polishing? Why don't we get to see the cars just like they are at the dealership?
Well, we want to present them in the best light. That's the key. Make sure that you, the journalists, enjoy it and it's all its beauty. So
I like to put people on the spot here, but you can't say anything else. But honestly, great job from SPI. Well, I'm gonna keep browsing here until everybody else comes up and see what we do. Esta marca japonesa que realmente tiene mucho impacto en el mercado y bueno, por alto volumen Toyota se convierte en un player, a big player in the market. Vamos a ver cómo nos gusta la nueva Toyota Siena. También tenemos el Yaris y por supuesto el Camry. El Camry, que es el automóvil más vendido en Estados Unidos en este segmento 4 puertas, pero el más vendido quiere decir que es el mejor o no. ¿Por qué es el mejor vendido? ¿Por el precio? ¿Por la facilidad? ¿O realmente porque tiene todos los atributos de ser un auto de primera? Bueno, vamos a ver cómo nos va. Bueno, como pueden ver, nos están tratando de dar un tour de este nuevo, totalmente nuevo Camry, que realmente no es totalmente nuevo porque la parte mecánica es la misma. Lo que se ha hecho es un buen trabajo, donde se ha prácticamente reemplazado toda la carrocería y el 60-70% del interior. Obviamente el auto se ve más moderno, es un auto más interesante, pero lo que me llama la atención es que toda la gente de Toyota me habla de que este auto está para llenar a la persona de emoción. No sé qué tipo de emoción, porque no me parece algo que es tan realmente espectacular. Sí es el auto más vendido, eso lo sabemos. Sabemos que cada 54 segundos sale uno de la fábrica. Sabemos que desde 1983 se han hecho más de 10 millones de cambios. 450.000 unidades al año. ¿Qué es lo que hace que este vehículo realmente sea el más vendido? Pero otra vez, ¿es el mejor? Cuando Toyota nos habla de la emoción, veamos el porte. Tal vez la emoción va a ser cuando pongamos el sistema JBL de audio y escuchemos la canción favorita, y eso sí nos llena de emoción. Pero en el camino, no sé, me deja un poquito que pensar. Muy bien armado, es el auto para el no entusiasta, para la persona que realmente necesita un vehículo cómodo para ir a trabajar todos los días y todo el mundo está contento. Yo creo que eso es realmente lo que hace que el Toyota Camry, aquí como nuestros amigos lo están viendo, es la clave mágica que tiene esta marca japonesa. And Massey Toyota, we just drove the new 2015 Camry, most, in terms of volume, the most sellable 450,000 units a year. Obviously, it is a car that is very significant in the market. What is a Toyota? How would you describe a Toyota? A company that sells so many vehicles and is able to produce in the United States the most, the highest in volume year after year, over 10 million cars sold since '83. The Camry has become the family car. Why?
I think it really comes from listening to our customers, and we've really placed a priority on not only listening but seeking out feedback from our customers, and that has allowed us to stay relevant, to stay current, to continue to adapt and evolve to what our customers are looking for in their vehicles. And I think you'll see that in this new 2015 Camry.
The car drives, really, really nice, and the powertrain really just to carry on. But what they have done, and I think is very clever, they have completely changed the scheme. I mean, they went back, they maintained the chassis, engine, transmission, they improved on the brakes. But so the feel is very similar to the previous model, although it's based on the same format, but it looks very different. How important is the look in today's market?
I think you'll see, as you look at how competitive the standard midsize segment is getting, that all manufacturers, including Toyota, really focus on quality, dependability, reliability, and safety. But our customers are now demanding more. They want a vehicle that they feel good getting in and getting out of, that people notice them when they drive. So this is now becoming a secondary layer, and we're leveraging on top of our historical QDRS to focus on a vehicle that makes our customers sit a little taller, feel a little prouder, and maybe make some of those bolder choices with the new Camry.
Something throughout the presentations on the Camry, and I think it's a key word, emotional, right? And tell me, what brings the emotion? Is it from the vehicle or the emotion of the consumer? How do you define that?
Yeah, so we focus on emotion. If you think back, Akio Toyota issued kind of an edict or a challenge, if you will, to us to infuse wakudoki, or that heart-pounding excitement, into our customers. So in order to do that, our vehicles need to bring that out. And so I think that's what you're seeing and feeling. And so in terms of when people look at the car, it's a head turner. It's a noticeable departure for Toyota. When you get in the vehicle and you see the appointments that we've made on the interior, the technology, and while it is carryover powertrain, right, it's tried and true powertrain, that's that QDR part, but we're trying to make improvements each year into the driving and handling that, again, is that exciting and that emotional. And I think those are really going to drive our customers to be more than just customers. They're going to become brand advocates.
Definitely, and everybody knows me, I have a soft spot for Toyota. This Camry really, it's hard to improve on something that is already very, very successful, but yet they have done it again. And I'm just thinking on when you say it's a departure, do you think that we need more styling? Do you think the exteriors are much more important in today's market than the interior?
I don't know that I would say that they're more important, but I think what we've seen from customer feedback, and as we've seen some of the competition heat up in the standard midsize segment, that our customers are demanding a vehicle that looks good both on the outside and the inside, in addition to just being that quality, dependability, reliability. That's not enough in today's market to differentiate us. So we're looking to meet those needs, be it exterior styling, interior styling, or technology.
In technology, it's interesting that the average consumer for a Toyota Camry is 45 years old, I believe.
So 45 is the median age for the SE. The average age is in the mid-50s.
So,
and that's consistent with the segment.
So that is interesting, because then we have sort of a gap with the technology, I would imagine. Because the younger crowd, they know that we talk to this all often. It's all this integration of all these apps and things in them. But when you have sort of an older demographic, how do you balance that technology and or still the consumer like myself? I have a beautiful, just very simple button here to turn the radio on and off, which in some cars today is not that easy, even just to turn the radio on. So is that complicated?
So I think that we have to be a little more strategic in terms of our grade strategy. And so with the new 2015 Camry, we have our LE vehicle, your basic in-tune audio. You're not going to have all of the apps and the suites that maybe some of our older, more traditional buyers aren't interested in. So there's a vehicle for them in the LE. As you move up the ladder in terms of our vehicle grade as well as audio availability, that's when we start adding in some of these features. So again, it's trying to have a vehicle and an audio complement for just about any customer.
Now, it doesn't matter what business is, there's always going to be a competitor, someone that pushes you to do better, right? And at the end result, the consumer is the winner here because the products are constantly improving. Who do you see as your number one competitor in this market?
So in this market, the standard midsize segment is quite competitive, and as we look at the vehicle industry coming back, what we're seeing is the standard midsize segment volume staying about flat. So we're really, looking at Honda, looking at Hyundai, looking at Ford. So we're all vying for a piece of that standard midsize segment.
Well, and I really want to thank you very, very much for, going around with me and scare her when I put the brakes, but we survived.
Stayed in our lane. It was great. No, thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity to drive with you in the new 2015 Camry.
Tuvimos la oportunidad de manejar no nuevo, desde el 2010, que es exactamente igual, pero es el Toyota Sienna, uno de los más vendidos obviamente en el mercado, y para la familia, incluso hasta para una empresa, es súper cómodo, muy linda opción, muy linda opción. So we turn in the, what do you call it, Speak Easy?
It's called Driver Easy Speak. And so can you kind of hear me echoing a little bit in the back?
Yeah.
So I'm just talking normal driving, and then I can look in my rearview mirror, I can see you. There's also, the different conversational mirrors. And now, there's no microphone back there, so you would have to shout at me. But again, if you've got a car full of...
But I think it's just for the kids, so you can say, be quiet, without you exerting...
There you go. I don't have to yell. I don't have to get my blood pressure up. I can say...
They have to yell from the back.
There you go. I can say calm and cool, right? 10 and 2, and focus on the road and just have a conversation. Or if you've got a bunch of your friends going out for a nice, dinner out, you can participate in the conversation.
And why no one thought of this before?
Yeah, I know, right? And it's very easy because you've already got, how long have we had microphones in cars now?
For the phones, yeah.
We've had microphones in cars for a long time, so to utilize that for a different purpose with these larger vehicles.
And actually even, but they can hear me, yeah. No, but I think I can hear, I can
hear you fine. I think it's because if I were to talk, I'm projecting this way and you guys are behind me. Yeah.
No, but it really works.
So,
I'm surprised, and and it's one of those things like, why no one has done it before.
Yeah, very simple, right?
Yep.